One example of a rather successful environmental strategy was the ability to capture sulfur dioxide emissions. And this is something dangerous, a pollutant that was released into the atmosphere, and it was causing acid rain, which was very damaging to forests. And in the 1990s, companies found a way to put what are called scrubbers into their production facilities. And that actually trapped and removed the sulfur dioxide so that it never reached the atmosphere. So companies found a way to capture the emissions before they were ever released. And we're looking at similar technologies for carbon. And so, again, when there's incentive, technology quite often will reach out and meet the need. Technology will rise to the level of the need quite often, but it costs money. In other words, if I'm going to research new devices to pull, whether it's sulfur dioxide or carbon emissions out of the atmosphere, that's going to cost some research and development. And that's why sometimes we want to provide incentives in the form of, they might be tax breaks or other credits that we can give to companies that are really seeking to develop these technologies. It's expensive to develop new technology, and this is where sometimes a strategy like cap and trade might go hand in hand with developing new technology. The money that is earned by companies that are below the cap, so in other words, if I'm below the cap and I trade my allowance, a company that is putting more pollutants into the atmosphere will have to pay a fine, or they'll have to buy my allowance from me. That additional income, that money, can then be invested in producing some of these technologies. And so it gives an incentive for companies to develop solutions to the problem.